Hi, welcome to Wilson Wednesdays.
Hello.
How is everybody doing today?
Fine. I think they're fine.
I think they're fine. We can't hear your response.
I feel like it's Blue's Clues. They're like, how are you doing? And they're waiting for your response.
Hey, just in our brief time here today on a Wilson Wednesday, I thought Bethany, who just came back from the women's retreat, could give us a little bit of a report of what it was like, and maybe some things that happened, give us the inside scoop. All the down
For all the guys who are dying to know what
I
the women
heard.
did at the women's retreat.
What goes on at a women's retreat exactly?
And the women come home, they're like, I'm not telling you, it's a women's retreat.
I'm thinking guns,
no.
archery. You guys did have steak.
Whittling with knives.
I heard you guys had good steak.
We did. Peter Wright, shout out to Peter Wright and Lee Hurst, who came up.
Peter Wright,
they needed,
Lee Hurst.
Yeah.
Heroes.
Yes, they stepped in and helped cook for the weekend because they were short a couple cooks. And, you know, with COVID, everything was different for the conference center. So they stepped in, and those guys are amazing, just served all the women of Refuge.
What was the theme?
The theme was to everything there is a season, Ecclesiastes 3:1, which we were just going through as a whole church. Our speaker was Cher Pye. It was amazing, author, speaker. Shannon led worship, Shannon Quintana. And it was awesome. We had 154 ladies come up, and just a lot of ministry went on. She talked about, I think the main theme that a lot of us went home with is we talked about different seasons of life. How to everything there is a season, and he makes all things beautiful in its time. And she talked about God is here in every season. That every season gives us an opportunity to be in awe of God in every season. So whether that is, a season of life, like singleness, marriage, motherhood, empty nest, widow, caregiving, loss of a child, different things like that. In that season, we have the opportunity to be in awe of God because of who he is and how he proves himself in that season. So that was the biggest thing I think that I took home, and, touched a lot on fear and recognizing that God is here. And so even though our feelings can kind of get away from us, the word says that God is greater than our feelings. God is greater than our heart. He's greater than our feelings. So even though we're feeling something, just because we're feeling that fear doesn't make that thing we're afraid of happen.
Right.
And so recognizing, like, if you can pull back out of that feeling, out of that fear, and recognize God is greater than this feeling, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to keep going. So there's that. And we also had a panel session.
What's a panel session?
A panel session is where you have a panel of speakers that are going to share on different seasons of life. So we had Katie Burke and Nikki Madigan, who we love, talking on singlehood.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
All
awesome.
right.
So great. And then there's Jack in Wilson Wednesday. And then I shared a little on marriage, even though we're 17 years in. I just shared what we've learned so far from other experts. Sharon Olson shared on motherhood, which was so great. My mom shared on empty nest.
Who's your mom?
Joy Welsh shared on that. And then Patty Pointer shared on widowhood.
Wow.
And then Sandra Beta and Mary J shared on caregiving. Sandra has a special needs son, and Mary has given care to her mom. And both of them, other people.
Is that recorded somewhere? Is that?
Yes. Oh, yes. So it's going to be, the messages are going to be on. They should be on the women's ministry page on the website. You will be able to find them on refugefamily.com. Yeah, all the messages should be recorded on there. So it'll be up.
Those are some great ladies.
Yeah. So it was great.
And I heard, like a number of months ago, I remember we did a little analogy of a roller coaster. I heard you use that.
I did use that.
It was first here on Wilson Wednesdays.
It was first here. And what did I use it for? I used it
to talk about?
I actually, instead of using it to talk about like enjoying the ride and kind of the whole fear thing of stepping out of your fear, because I'm afraid of this roller coaster, doesn't make this roller coaster change what it's going to do when I step on it. So if I can step out of that. But
I remember, can I tell you what you did?
Yeah.
I know what you did.
What do you
See if I remember.
Okay.
I think what you used it for is that the fear on Abby and Taylor's face was because they'd never done it before and they were afraid of it.
Yes.
But we didn't have that fear because we've been on roller coasters before.
We were like, yay, cheering them on, like, it's so fun, it's
like,
okay.
And
that's what I used it for. Yeah.
And so sometimes being around people who've gone through it before and been there before, which is, I just think is a great thing about that retreat, because you have ladies who have walked through all the things that you just talked about. And you have younger moms and younger ladies who are walking through that now. So I think I would just say with Refuge too, there's a great mix of people who've been on the roller coaster, walk through it, and then can speak into the lives of people who maybe that's happening to for the first time. And really, I think the Lord calls us to mentor, disciple people in those moments.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Because I said the difference between the expressions on our face and the expression on their face is experience. So if you've been there, you can pour. And that was something really cool that Nikki and Katie, but I think Nikki said that because when you're single, you do have more time to pour into other people. You have just more physical time because you're not caring for other people in a home necessarily. And so looking for people to pour into, mentor, what she's going to be doing on a big scale.
Children's ministry director. Woo,
Nikki and Katie does Hello Team. So they're just
great,
pouring
amazing,
into people all the time.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The list could go on to describe those two people.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Awesome.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us on
your
Wilson
prayers.
Wednesdays. Women's retreat went well.
Yes.
Men's have some stuff coming up. I think they're going to Hume, and I think we're also doing a Pursuit conference, which is just a one-day conference, and we've got 4 speakers, and it's going to be great. So men, get ready for that. Signed up for that.
And women's study starts September. Go on the website.
September.
It's in September, and we're going
Just
through
go to the
James
website.
and Philippians. I'm so excited.
You can go to the
2
info
great
counter
books.
or the website. That's the answer to
I
all
should
of it.
know the information before
All
I.
right. All right. Bye, you guys.
Happy.